Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Sagittarius July 2020 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, well, first thing up is as far as July goes, the Sun will be in Cancer from the 1st until the 22nd. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on shared resources, taxes, insurance, emotional, moral, monetary support, also to transformation, rebirth, regeneration. It could even be matters connected with astrology, called supernatural. And given that this is Cancerian energy, a lot of this may be done with a lot of dedication, a lot of devotion, a lot of tenacity, and also too, it could be a lot of nurturing energy too, especially matters pertaining to an intimate relationship. You may be involved in a sexual partner. And the thing about this too is sometimes this could shine the light on a Cancerian surgical matter that might need attention. It could be something connected with the breast or the chest area, or even the stomach. And also too, it could be where, keep in mind, the Sun also could be connected with the father. So it could be where the father may be playing a pivotal role in terms of you making a major change or transformation or a crisis situation, or even insurance matters, shared resources. And this could be a Cancerian Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Cancerian characteristics. So anyway, and also too, remember that the Sun rules the left or the right eye depending on gender. So it could be some kind of issue with an eye in some cases that might require some surgery. It might be some kind of watery type condition. You're talking about Cancerian energy. It's a water sign. So anyway, the next thing up. As far as July goes, the Sun will be in Leo from the 22nd until the 31st, so the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on philosophy, religion, higher education, publishing, in-laws, grandchildren, even global communications. It could also be importing, exporting if you are involved in that. And also traveling abroad too. And those are some things that there may be a strong focus on at this time. Given that this is Leo energy, a lot of this may be done with a lot of confidence, a lot of self-assuredness, a lot of fortitude and courage, and of course that Leo ferocity as well, near inexorable energy. This is something too where in some cases this could this could shine the light in some cases on, it could be a Leo in-law or grandchild. It could be a Leo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Leo traits. It could be one, or just one that might be very flamboyant, or maybe even arrogant, or just one that's very confident and has a lot of self-assuredness. So anyway, well, the next thing up, there's going to be a lunar eclipse in Capricorn on July 5th, so the 2nd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, for those of you that may not know, a lunar eclipse in astrology is like a full moon, but basically amplified and intensified. It's one where the impact and effects might be more protracted and prolonged, and it could have a monumental impact on your life. It might have life-altering implications. Given that this is in Capricorn and the 2nd house being emphasized and highlighted, now some cases this could be about the ending of a Capricorn position where you were making income. It could be something with dentistry, accounting, even information technology, something with architecture, something that you were doing with the government, business, or politics. Now, anything that could be Capricorn related. Now, the thing about this is, when you look at this too, full moon lunar eclipses can be a time where one becomes rather very tired, full, exasperated, or something, and it could be expressed on a very powerful level, given that it's a lunar eclipse in contrast to a regular full moon. It could be a time where you just become tired, full, so to speak, of somebody maybe that was overly tyrannical, authoritative, cold, or callous, and very negative. That might have had a negative impact on your self-esteem and self-worth. And this is the time when maybe that connection comes to an end. And going back to lunar eclipses also can be, they can be about departures. It could be about a prominent Capricorn female that might leave your life. In this case, it might even be an authority figure or a boss, since we're talking about the second house of money. And the thing about this is, when you're looking at lunar eclipses in astrology, endings can often signify beginnings, and it could be something somewhat serendipitous. It could be the ending for some people of some Capricorn-related money-making venture or endeavor. And what could happen is you might be involved more in a self-revelation, become cognizant perhaps of starting a business in terms of making money. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. And you might be at a point now where it might also be, if you were involved in a very restricted or limiting monetary situation, this could be the time where you become cognizant of what needs to be done to improve it. And maybe it just had more to do with some negative or overly pessimistic way of thinking or outlook or what have you. So anyway, there's going to be a new moon in Cancer on July 20th, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, in some cases, this could be the start maybe of just building some kind of Cancerian legacy, just being or something where you want to have a legacy of being nurturing or sympathetic, or somebody that has a lot of dedication, devotion, tenacity, a person that shows a lot of empathy and care, and someone that may provide safety and security. I know the tenacity and dedicated and devotion thing can be tough for a Sagittarius though, but anyway. Could also be a time too for some of you where you might begin to nurture a situation that may be connected to shared resources, or maybe someone you're in a sexual or intimate relationship with. It could be a start of a transformation period where you show a lot of dedication, devotion, and tenacity, or it could even be in some cases where you might begin some kind of Cancerian. It could be an intimate relationship with a sun, moon, or ascendant in Cancer, or simply one that embodies Cancerian characteristics as well. So those are, and also too, it might be time where you might be willing to show a lot of support in terms of maybe a crisis situation that may be going on as well. And maybe there's time where you have to show more devotion and dedication to it, more so than usual, or maybe a beginning of a more introverted period in terms of as far as matters with someone you're in an intimate or sexual relationship with. So anyway, next thing up, well, Mercury will be in Cancer, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this may manifest in a multitude of ways. It could be where you may be communicating about some kind of Cancerian surgery in some cases. It could be something with the breast, the chest, the stomach, or maybe about beginning to leave, or leaving a Cancerian type of legacy, such as someone that gives a lot of support, shows a lot of sympathy, is nurturing, empathetic, a person that can be very nostalgic, and might be something too, or as well, you might find yourself at this time contemplating transformation, perhaps, and being able also to extemporize in speech over 8th house matters such as astrology, the occult, supernatural, taxes, insurance, because Cancerian communication, Mercury in Cancer, can be about being able to extemporize and speak off the cuff. And anyway too, and remember that Mercury can also be connected with siblings, so this could be it could be siblings that might have a Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply ones that embody Cancerian traits that might figure more prominently in insurance, tax related matters, shared resources, even crisis related situations. And Keep in mind whether they're more to your detriment or beneficial. A lot of that can be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart. If, say, a sexstar trine your natal Jupiter, then you might be more beneficial in those matters, but an adverse aspect to Saturn, as an example, they might be causing some loss or sorrow and grief in those matters. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. Anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Gemini, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about simply being enamored with or loving, maybe some Gemini form of competition. It could be some cerebral competition if you're playing Lumosity or Haiku or chess or anything that might require a lot of really just cerebral energy. And I think too, looking at this time, if you're unattached Sagittarius, you may connect with a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits. It could be somebody very mercurial or fickle, or person that's very quick-witted and versatile, talks about a lot of subjects, and it may be somebody at like a 7th house venue. It might be somebody that might work in a legal profession or works in arbitration or negotiation. And also too, it might be a time too where, I mean, this is the house of, the 7th house is connected with lawsuits, so you might be spending money as fast as you may earn it on as far as that goes. And it could also be perhaps making money through a Gemini-like partnership. It could be doing something with data or satellite communications, or something with journalism or writing, or something that requires strong being proficient with the use of the hands, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, anything that could be Gemini related. And also too, this is about, I mean, Venus in astrology can be about values, so this could be about valuing communications more with others in general, perhaps especially a significant other or a marriage partner, even a grandmother, in valuing a lot of communication in negotiations as well. So those are some ways that may manifest and pan out. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.